Good or no?
Hi, Nick Leach live here for race day at New Egypt Speedway. And you know what? I just don't get it.
I think Mother Nature hates us this year, Nick.
She either hates us or she doesn't want us to use our water truck.
Right.
I don't understand what the deal is, but it's I'm sitting home, the sun's shining, and then you go on Facebook and Mike goes, "Hey Nick, you know what? I'm down at the Wendy's and it's raining at the track." I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The sun's out now.
It rained so hard here, you couldn't see outside the office. And that's no joke. And, it's just, you know what? We're going to persevere tonight. They're working in the racetrack right now. We're going to race tonight. What do we got tonight, Nick?
Well, we got the news here, which is the Northeast Wingless Springs.
Yep.
We got the 305s, which is TSRS sprint cars here. And we have one of their special drivers who's going to be a guest on our show in a few minutes here. And we have the crate modifieds, and we have the sportsman, and we have the Garden State Finish Club here for a blast from the past. So we got a full field of cars and a full field of racing tonight. The only thing we don't have is our modifieds, and we give them the night off.
We give them the night off because next week, Jersey Rush 6.
Tuesday night. So you get tonight, you get Tuesday night, and I gotta wish my friend Trish Kilfoy a happy birthday. She's going to be here tonight celebrating her birthday, so I'm going to get a chance to mess with her. Compliments of her boyfriend Mike Erica.
But last week, Billy Pass Jr. picked up yet another victory. He's going to take a swing at Ryan Godown with the points title. They only have 2 point races left. They look at the schedule today. They have next week and the 3rd, and that's it for them.
How many points separate them?
I think it's like 20, if that.
Well,
right around there.
The last race.
I know Billy's going to be mad at me because I know the exact.
The last race is double points, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, when I interviewed him in Victory Lane, he was talking about, wow, we haven't raced enough here.
Right.
And my theory is, it is what it is, the schedule's made, but if the weather stays nice, I would love to con Fred in to keep racing as long as the weather's fine, and just have open competition shows. I don't know if that can happen, but I know in years past a lot of tracks stayed open, just had open competition. I would love to see that happen here because I think we would get a lot of cars and do a lot of things.
It'd be nice, but the thing is, you can't. Everybody has,
special races,
and
all
vacations
that stuff.
planned, and kids are going back to school soon, so that
Right.
kills the midweek idea. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
But
And Billy Pouch picked up a ride to go to Bridgeport tonight. He's driving the Danny Pizza Pizzazz Pie Wagon down there at Bridgeport, so he picked up a good ride.
Yep.
And a lot of our guys get a chance to go down there. They don't get a chance to race there a lot. And the big news this week is Dwayne Howard out of the 66.
yeah, that's who really saw that coming. I talked to actually talked to Jared Petruska a lot the other day on the phone, and they are such good people, and they want to have fun when they go to the racetrack. So it's I guess they weren't having fun, but Rick Walbach is going to drive that car this week.
Driving tonight, ain't he?
He's driving tonight, yeah. But there might be a surprise in that car full time next year.
Well, I know when Rick
From what I
Walbach
know.
came here with Ryan Kerr's car, and I interviewed him when he won one of the Twin 20s, he kind of hinted that he wanted
likes
to come
it.
here.
Right.
And then when I interviewed Dwayne Howard the last time he won here,
Right.
he kind of hinted that he wanted to come
Yeah.
to New Egypt. So I'm not.
It's just because they're talking to you.
Yeah, yeah. Talk is cheap. It takes money to buy a house. You know what I mean? It's one of them. But I like Dwayne. I've always been friends with Dwayne. Rick, of course, is a champ. Been a champion here. But tonight we have the TSRS sprints, and we have this lovely young lady that's next to me, and Samantha Lieberman. We'll bring her in here, and we'll talk to her. What do you think? Yeah. Can you fit in there amongst these two big guys? So we have I dubbed her the Mistress of the Dark, and I'll tell you the reason why I've done that, because when she was on the internet one day and she posted this picture with black hair, and I guess she works as a hairdresser or a beautician, excuse me, and she had all this black on. I said, wow, look at her. And it was really beautiful picture. And so I dubbed her the Mistress of the Dark, and she kind of liked it, and then I called her on the phone. I said, well, it's been forever since you guys raced here, and you want to feature here, and we wanted to bring you on the show, so welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It was
That,
like Ryan here.
that was your first win ever. Like, this is your second year,
Yep, the TSRs.
and and you ran micros before this.
I ran 125s for 2 years, and I ran a 270 for 1 year, like a handful of times before I moved up to the sprint cars.
Was it a big transition, or?
It was definitely a learning experience. I'm still learning. I don't think anyone ever really stops learning, really, in sprint cars. Every week it throws a different curveball at you, but yeah, it was definitely different than the micros, but getting a lot more comfortable now, so see what we can do.
Now you're grandfather runs TSRS. Is there any, flack from the drivers to say, oh, she gets favoritism?
I don't know so much about favoritism because I usually don't get the better side of the deal just because of that. But people do tend to group me and my grandpa together, like as one person. But it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. So.
Well, when you got Grandinetti on the side of your race card, it's kind of like a dart board.
Target, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Big bullseye.
he's had a lot of great drivers in the car, and it was pretty neat the night that you won. I was actually doing the play-by-play, and Pete wasn't here, so Jim Brown got to do the victory lane interview, which was pretty cool. And I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the tape, but I think I was so excited doing the play-by-play. It was pretty cool, and it was nice. I'll be honest with you. I kind of pulled for the girls to beat the boys. I kind of think that's a neat concept.
You would.
Yeah, I kind of think it's a neat concept because they got added pressure on them to begin with as soon as they strap in. And from what I understand, Erica Palma is going to drive tonight, or Wagner, if you will. And she's driving her sister's car because she just got married to Tommy Carberry Jr. So I kind of pull for the girls a little bit. And they're a lot better looking in victory than the guys. So that kind of makes my job pretty easy. But you say you're getting comfortable in it, and are you basically just going to stay with the 305s, or you have plans of doing something else? I mean, you're still young then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I definitely think I need more seat time in the 305. There were ideas of a 360, so we'll see where that goes. Maybe a couple of years, but I am going to Nebraska in 2 weeks for the Nationals, the Race Saver Nationals. So we'll see where that takes me, and then next year we do have a frame that we wanted to start building for the Spare 305, but we were talking about it today actually. We just threw around ideas about just making it a 360.
Now, you were saying you're going to Nebraska for the Race Saver Nationals. That's like, because last week was the Knoxville Nationals out in Iowa. That's like the Knoxville Nationals for the 305s, right? Is that pay big? Is that?
There's already 120 drivers pre-registered. So
Holy cow.
yeah.
Wow. That's pretty
Should
cool.
be a task.
Now, you run in a class that's dominated by males, meaning class-wise, there's more males than females. Any of them guys your favorite? Any of them guys come up to you, talk to you, give you any encouragement, give you any ideas?
There's a handful of them that have really helped me progress since I started. Mike Higginbottom, Timmy Tanner, Chris Allen, any of them. You can walk up and ask them anything.
That's
They'd always.
They'll tell you everything you know, but they won't tell everything they know.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
They'll do anything to help anyone out, really.
well, that's the thing about our sport, and I call it our sport because racing, like I told Pete last week when we were talking about Brian Clausen and what he contributed to our sport, and to see the feedback of what happened. People don't realize how much you touch people and you touch fans, but there's something tragic like that happens. Did you know Brian Clausen at all?
I didn't personally know.
He, wow, and still to this day, there's so many people reaching out and doing things and
We
stuff
raised
like
over $1,000 during this week.
That's
here at
awesome.
Speedway, which
That's
is awesome. Guys, if you still want some Brian Clausen, we still have a couple stickers left. All that money goes to the USAC fund in Brian's name. So.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat deal, and I know a couple guys that were running the midget nationals, I guess it was. They came with their helmets up like it.
Knoxville, yeah. I know Greg Hodnett put these stickers on his helmet and whatnot.
That's
And
pretty cool.
Kyle Larson and Stenhouse tonight did like an autism awareness.
Oh, okay.
Because Brian was big into
Right,
autism awareness.
right.
And they're going to auction them off at the Chili Bowl.
Now, we ask different questions of different drivers. What do you do when you're not racing, besides snipping hair?
I'm still in school. I'm a senior this year.
Oh, okay.
So I have that filling up for most part of my day. I'm still in cosmetology school, but then after I get out of school for the day, I go work in a salon.
Oh, okay. Now, what do you do? You got a favorite sports team besides a racing team or anything like that? You like football, baseball?
Say Eagles.
You like,
I knew that was coming.
What's wrong with that? They're 2-0
No,
in preseason.
what's wrong with that is my wife grew up in Fishtown in Philadelphia, so she's a diehard Eagle fan. When I first met my wife, I'm a Cowboy fan.
How does that work?
So I'm a Cowboy fan, okay? So she goes, I had this nice cowboy jacket, and I went to go over to pick her up. She said, better not wear that in my neighborhood. I said, what are you talking about? She goes, they'll beat you up. I said, get out. So I'm driving to our neighborhood, and here they have a Troy Aikman doll upside down hanging from this guy's house. I'm like, are you kidding me? And she goes, yeah, they don't want no Dallas fans around here. I said, okay. So,
That's all right. I'll forget. Mike, our camera guy, he's a Buffalo Bills fan.
oh,
I didn't know any of them existed.
so he's an OJ fan. And, trust me, I'm one of the few people that don't believe that OJ did it. But the man was a hell of a running back when he played for the Bills. there was none better that could run the ball than O.J. Simpson. What about baseball?
Phillies.
I like the Phillies.
I
See?
gotta represent
You thought she was in your Philly?
I am in Philly. I live in Philly.
Okay, so you're a Flyer fan too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got
Sixer
it.
fan. Okay, all right. But I like the Phillies. I'm a Cowboy fan. Basketball, I do like the Sixers. And what made me like the Sixers more, and it's a pretty neat story. Me and my wife used to go to Sixers games, and we had floor seats one night. We got to sit with Allen Iverson's mom, and they were saying Chuck, 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 and I'm like, who the hell is Chuck? Well, here, his middle name, his first name is actually Charles
Okay.
Allen Iverson. And I'm like, who the hell are they calling Chuck? And here it was him. And he come over to the sideline and I'm like, oh. And she goes, oh, that's my baby. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So, but it was neat. It was a neat experience, and she was a really, really neat person. And it was a cool experience. But like I told Pete last week, I'm a racing fan because no matter who you root for, no matter who you like or dislike, when things happen and we all need to come together, we all become one. And that's what makes me a race fan. And above all sports, I'll always be a race fan for that reason. My brother drove for so many years, and we owned a car that we had the pleasure of having Doug Hoffman drive for us, Jimmy Horton drove for us, and there ain't nothing like racing. I mean, people that don't understand racing will never understand why we love what we love, just like we don't understand why people love stick and ball sports. But no, I'd like to see you get your second one so I can interview you in Victory
So
Lane
would
this time.
I.
So, but what are your plans for next year? Just to do that big race, or any other plans? How do you like Grambling?
It's pretty cool racing on the high banks there. Yeah, it's always interesting.
That's the
Everything
perfect
happens.
sprint car.
It's pretty cool. It's Grandview never changed. After all these years, you know, I used to go to the 76er every year until I got this job, and there's nothing like seeing what goes on for the 76er. People get there hours and hours before they get their cars taken
Days
off.
before.
And the sprint car races are unbelievable. I'm sure the All-Star race was great. Your guys' race was great. But no, well, I look forward to seeing you later. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, sweetheart. All right, we'll talk to you then.
Thank you.
All right, baby, thank you. And that's Samantha Lee Green. She drives that 23305 sprint car, the TSRS sprint car. She has a feature event win here, her only feature event win, and she's still a youngster.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big crazy. That is crazy.
Drivers
in
are
itself.
just getting younger and younger and younger and younger.
You know, but you know what? It's pretty neat because you have young drivers and you have older drivers, and there's some older drivers that never get old.
Right.
And I honestly believe that. You see guys like Kenny Brightwell. I think if Kenny Brightwell got some backing and a good ride, I think he'd still win races.
Absolutely.
I mean, you see Pouch.
I'm sure Kenny was old when you were a kid.
Yeah,
Now he's like,
I mean, I got to interview
not
Kenny.
saying-
When New Egypt first opened, Kenny Brightwell was the man. He won everything in sight here. And then Billy started winning here, and then you have Roger Lorino, who was the first dirt champion here. And Roger was one of my heroes growing up. He drove that 125 at Bridgeport, and man. And then, of course, Horton won a championship
did
here.
Roger races a fake name once?
Yes.
Okay. Thought that
Yeah.
was it.
Yes, he raced the fake name once, and he done really well at Flemington under that fake name. And we'll leave that at that. But now his son Kenny runs. Of course, he's named after Roger's brother Kenny. But it's all about family. Of course, Timmy Tanner, that's his uncle.
Yep.
Roger Lorino is Timmy's uncle. He's married to Bonnie Lorino, and it just
We
keeps.
gotta get Timmy to get some chocolate.
He always gets me chocolate milk. I don't know.
He must not like me.
That's like that chocolate milk from Tanner's and their iced tea and their ice cream. It's like drugs. That's all I can tell you. But no, we have another guy that we're going to bring in here. Is he?
So, yeah, if he ever shows back up,
I think he's scared to be with
he
us.
probably is. You know
But,
what? He's probably combing his hair.
Yeah, that could be. Now, see, if he hears that, he's going to really get on.
That's fine.
But see, we could page you.
Oh, boy.
I have this.
Lou Stacconi, it's your turn. Lou Stacconi, could you come over here, please?
See, we could always get back.
You. You got me on that. Let's go back to last week. Billy Jr. picked up another win. He's trying to get back in the title hunt. It turns out looks like it's going to be a 3-horse race between Billy Jr., Buffalino, and Ryan Godin.
Yeah, and Buffalino came here this year. He won that first race. He's been consistent all year. And,
One name Madness.
Yep, and Little Billy, call him Little Billy, but Billy Jr., he's been consistent all year. And go down. Last week he got in a little bit of an altercation, and I messed up the setting of the car or whatever. But he came all the way back from the back, and Billy probably should have won a few more races than he has. Ryan had, but we haven't raced that many races.
Right.
How many races have we won?
Maybe 8. modified races,
That's
10
crazy.
non-modified races, something like
That's
that.
crazy. It's just.
And that's all right. The sportsmen only have like 5 or 6 races in too.
Right. I was talking to Jimmy Amato on the phone because we're going to do something special with him on First Responders Night, and he said, Nick, I feel like I ain't seen you all summer.
Right.
And it's crazy because Mother Nature is weird. Like today, you would have never thought it was going to rain,
No.
and it rained. So you're probably sitting here going, rain? How the hell is it raining? But it's just, it's crazy. You know, you got to do what you got to do it, but you still got plenty of time to come out to the track. We're probably going to run a little late tonight. We have the Dill brothers.
Yeah,
The
we
Dill
got time.
brothers are here. They got both of their cars down there in turn 4 Victory Lane. You can come down here and check them out. They're giving away a motorcycle tonight.
Yeah, dirt bike.
Their sponsor is giving away a dirt bike tonight, so that'd be pretty neat. Get yourself down here to register for that to win a dirt bike. So that ought to be pretty neat if you win that.
That the wingless sprint cars are here again.
Yep.
They were here last week. Ryan Godown, 3rd win in 4 races, and he's just.
A natural in that. I just think that Ryan.
I heard he might have something special lined up for Tuesday.
But I mean,
And
his
he's just-
sponsors a guy that has some pretty stout equipment.
And
so.
he's not only kicking tail here, he's going everywhere else. He won his 3rd straight short track Super Series race at Woodhull the other night. And Woodhull is 5 hours, 6 hours. That's up.
I was
That's
like,
up
where
there.
the hell did he race? My wife said, oh, you know, Ryan won again. And I'm like, what? Where? So I don't know. I don't know if Lou's ducking this. I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to get over here.
That's all right.
But
We'll take it out on him. And then Nicky Search in the street stock from the late. He gets here late. He's got to start tail at the end of the field every week, and he still manages to come through and ends up in victory lane. He's got what, 3 wins this year now?
yeah, he wanted to do part-time stuff, and then all of a sudden, when you get a win, that makes you 10 years younger. And then you're like, okay.
But when you're leading points.
Yeah, especially when you're leading points, you kind of got to commit yourself to doing it every week. But it's just, I love our sport. I love the characters in our sport. And if you don't like racing, you don't know what you're missing. I mean, there's so many local tracks that are suffering now because people don't get to go out and go to these different races. You need to, when you go on vacation, I can't stress this enough. When you go on vacation, find a local short track in the area that you're at. There's a directory. You can go on racersguide.com and you can find out where some of these tracks are when you go on vacation. And you can go visit your local racetrack where you're at on vacation.
Well, we got a driver standing right there. Let's try and pull him over here, Mr. Dill.
Yeah, we can get. Which one is that? Is that Jesse or Joe?
Pretty sure that's Joe.
Joe. And we'll bring him in here. His sponsor is giving away a motorcycle, so come sit over here, my man. We'll let you drink your orange soda with us.
You're live on Facebook.
All
All
right.
right, tell everybody what your sponsor's doing tonight. You're giving away a motorcycle?
We are giving away a Yamaha 50.
A 50.
Yep.
So that could be a pit bike for somebody too, right? You always see them guys find them little motorcycles.
You look kind of silly on it, but
I would look silly
seen
on
Tony
it, but
Stewart on one the
a
other
good-looking
night.
girl like that wouldn't look silly on it now, would it?
no.
Okay, all right.
Nah, she wouldn't look too silly on it.
Tell everybody what's going on with the Dill Racing team.
Well, we're happy to be back racing. It's been a while.
Been a while, right?
We were
It
just
seems like
talking
you've been
about
on
that.
summer vacation, right?
Winter vacation. I think I had longer time off now than I do in the wintertime.
Exactly. How's Dad doing? Everybody doing
Everybody's doing good.
good? I know you got the cars down there. You guys down there signing autographs, you and your brother?
I'm heading back down there now.
All
I
right.
go up and eat some food. There's all that food upstairs.
Well, he's got they got the suite upstairs. Here comes his brother. We'll bring his brother in here too. And might as well bring you in here too. Now, these are the Dill brothers. They got the cars down there in turn number 4. Your brother said it seems like it was winter vacation. You guys ain't racing so long.
Yeah, we haven't been on the track in a while.
Does that mean you get to beat on one another when you get out there?
We always beat on each other.
See, that's brotherly love there. You get to beat on one another. But now, your dad's been around racing for a long time. And it's funny because somebody asked me about the sticker I have on my golf cart, the 75C.
Richie
And-
Cass sticker?
Yeah, Richie Cass Sr. And he, what a character he was. I remember him growing up when I was as young as you guys. And what a great racer. And your dad got involved with him, and then your dad, we all knew that when you guys got older, you were going to drive race cars.
Oh, absolutely.
And New Egypt Speedway's in your backyard, so to speak. This would be your home track, and we're glad to have you guys back here with us.
Glad to be back.
And it's pretty cool to have you guys here doing what you're doing, giving away a motorcycle. Pretty neat.
Motorcycle and
Now that's your
there's
sponsor.
shirts and stuff.
Yes. That discount crop. Now, what is that?
Used jersey barriers, basically for like traffic purposes. And,
Okay.
I mean, you can do anything you want with them. People use them in landscaping yards to section off.
Racetracks.
You can use them on racetracks. They're out there.
Oh, so they're the ones that I run into and ruin. You
Yeah.
refurbish them. Okay.
Yeah.
The ones I hit with my dump truck, they refurbish them and make them new again.
Yeah, they just buy them, fix them up, and sell them to someone else. So you can hit them again.
Oh, there you go. No problem.
them at Fred's.
There you go. So, all right, you got plenty of time to get down here. You get a chance to win a motorcycle. You get a chance to meet these two guys. The Dill Brothers race cars are down there off of turn number 4. Come on down and check them out, get an autograph, and you get a chance to win a motorcycle.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
No
guys.
problem.
We appreciate you being on the show with us. All right, you too. Hopefully I'll see you in Victory Lane, one of you guys.
Hopefully.
All right, here's your soda, brother. Thanks.
You're going to get we're a little bit behind now tonight because of the weather, but you still got plenty of time to get out. They're working on the racetrack now. If you can't hear them, wait a minute, Nick. I think we might have one of our.
About time, Lou. Get in here.
You know what? He was eating.
He was eating.
He comes and brings Twizzlers.
Did you bring me any?
Nick says you were combing your hair. That's why you.
He's lying. I didn't say that. Roll the tape back. I did not say that. You know better than that. You know that I wouldn't say that. Right? Tell me you know I wouldn't say that.
I don't believe either one of you guys.
Ah, jeez.
I think you guys are both trying
Now-
them, breaking my balls.
This guy
Like
really...
you wouldn't do it to either
this,
of us.
I would never break your balls.
Yeah. Okay.
This guy needs no introduction. This is Lou Ciccone. He drives the number 75. Wingless sprint car, 75 modified. What else you drive?
You drive a sprinkler? Is that what you call that?
It's an imitation.
See,
It's a one of them.
See, he's
You add water, it grows.
twisting. I'm not twisting. He's twisting. So when you elbow somebody, make sure it's on that side.
I like him. I don't like you.
Oh, what did I do to you? You don't like me.
I just, you know,
I didn't steal your girlfriend.
you're better looking than me.
I love you.
But you're better looking. I can't.
Come on
no
now.
more hair.
Now, Lou,
If I had your hair, I'd be in the movies. Think about it.
my hair don't move. I just spray it and
Mine
burn
don't
it.
either.
Lou, now you told me something a little earlier before we got you on camera. You're thinking about ending this.
I'm not pregnant.
You're not pregnant?
I'm not pregnant.
All right, you're not pregnant, but you're telling me you're thinking about giving up this racing thing.
Yes, I am.
How can you do that?
Just by saying no. Just say no.
Just saying no. That's the drugs. That
Oh.
ain't the racing.
Okay, I didn't know.
But anywho,
They're not much different. Trust me.
Lou, are you want to do other things, or you just not having any fun?
Just a lot of bad things going on in my life, and I just can't focus, and I'm just not, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Well, you know what? On a serious note,
Yeah.
that is important. If your mind's not in it, you can get seriously hurt out there.
I know.
But,
I've broke my back once already.
yeah. But the other thing I noticed with you, and I've been watching on the internet, and you invited me to do this with you, them RC cars, they're a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
And they're fast. I mean, and you can drop a lot of coin into one of them, couldn't
Well,
you?
I've been doing it for years.
Yeah, I know you've been doing it for years, but
Love it. It's
now
really
now
good.
they have them down at Little Wall where the quarter
Yeah.
is on, right?
Mhm.
And they got the dirt bodies on them and all
Yeah.
that.
Matter of fact, I was there
We're
today.
trying to do something
Here
here.
for
Test. I
Yeah.
mean, turnkey. How much is one of them? Just
maybe $400.
$400,
Maybe.
and you can go right. But they ain't gonna be competitive with you, though.
No, no,
right?
no, they're competitive. It's such a tight rules package that anybody's competitive.
Oh, so it's,
Yeah, yeah.
they got a whole set of rules
Oh, it's
and all
like
that.
gigantic.
Oh,
It's like,
okay.
They're very, very strict. Worse than the sprint cars.
Really?
Yep.
I'm on.
Which one?
Oh,
No, okay, just check.
Okay. Happy birthday, Mrs. Bosky.
Now you're running this wingless sprint car here. Are you having fun with it?
I am. Sometimes.
It's, you run second. How many times this year?
Too many times.
Too many times. And are you gonna get that win tonight or?
Last lap, guys on the
gonna
outside
try.
here for the win. You're gonna give them the right rear?
No. I don't race like that.
I know you
Never,
don't.
never gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
I tried, but
It's not happening.
I know you're not like that. Now, you said you were going to try and get out of this. And you said you might still do some of the wingless, some of the indoor stuff. You're pretty.
I have to do another year of indoor stuff at least this year because I have too many cars, and the only way I want to sell them is if they do good. You know what I mean? If they ain't winning, they're not gonna sell.
Now, Bridgeport, you let Eric Corman drive your car. Was that just a last-minute decision, or you just said, "Hey"?
No, I did,
okay.
in a heat race, I did too many stupid things. That the car I have, with what I feel as I am as a driver, should not have renewed the contract.
Right.
And I did too many stupid things in the heat race that put me in the contract.
Right.
And I knew it was my own fault. I knew what I did wrong, and I was so disgusted with myself. I said, I'm not going to do that to my crew. So I had
Right.
somebody get in a car that I knew that that could focus.
And there's not many guys that are going to admit that they made a mistake, especially
I
race
did.
car drivers. And you did it, and you need to be commended for that. Pete, we've been watching this guy, and it ain't because he's not fast enough or his car ain't good enough. He's definitely got good equipment.
Oh, absolutely. And it's always bright yellow. You can always stands out. I think it's one of the best looking race cars anywhere, just because it stands out and it says, look at me, look at me. You know what I mean?
I've always had cars like that.
Right. Yeah, the TQs have always been like that. The midgets were like that. The supers were like that. You've raced so many different race cars over the years. Do you ever keep track of how many different race cars you've driven?
Not really.
No.
Now, your brother used to race, right?
What's that?
Your brother used to race? Was that your
My brother, both of my brothers, we all used to race against each other. My brother Guy's 6 years older than me.
Okay.
Bobby's 6 years older than him.
Okay.
Bobby and Guy were both born on December 23rd, 6 years apart.
Oh, okay.
So
And that all started with your dad, though, right?
yeah, my dad, back in the day, back where our shop is, there was a go-kart track.
Okay.
And my brother got a front cart for Christmas one day, for one Christmas, and he wanted to go to a parking lot to drive it, and they were going to this parking lot that was out of town and ran across the go-kart track, and he raced that race and did real good, and that was how it all started. Yep.
How long has the Ciccone family name been in racing?
This is probably at least as long as I was living. Yeah. My father, matter of fact, here in New Egypt Speedway to this day, still holds the track record.
That's crazy.
For the original track. I mean, the track was originally a quarter mile
Right, yep.
asphalt.
Asphalt.
Then it was changed to a little bit bigger. It was like a thing 3/8 asphalt.
Okay.
And then it became dirt. I think I won the last midget race here on asphalt.
Wow.
And
How
matter of
many
fact,
guys can say that one on the asphalt track and the dirt track here? Not many.
No.
No.
I actually won here at the go-karts also when they hit a road course here also.
Okay.
I won on the go-karts.
Yeah. I
Believe it or
won the
not.
RC cars here too.
Believe it or not, I raced a go-kart here in
Is
one
it?
year. Yeah.
Huh.
I ran a champ car thanks to Ace Lane.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I raced a go-kart for Race Lane. They had it in Bristol in a parking lot. They had the races, and I went there as a spectator, and I'm watching the races, and these kids are going in the corner so slow. I said, these guys are a bunch of bums. I said, I'm going to tear these guys up. Right? I swear to God. So Ace Lane gives me a car, and I go out there and right through the hay bales. Right? Because they had to back off. There was no grip in the tires.
Right.
So I showed them.
I mean, Ace done a wonderful job. I mean, we
Ace was
used to
good-
race
good
karts
guy.
here, and then we raced them at Flemington, and Ace basically done all that at Flemington with the kart races. And, he's got to be commended for all that stuff, because he's kept all that alive all these years.
I don't know if you know, Ace Lane had got robbed
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago,
Yep.
and he had his stroke,
Yep.
and he sold all his equipment,
Yep.
and it almost took away his livelihood.
Yep.
And the whole racing community
Yep.
chipped in and brought up cameras and all,
Yep.
and my family and I were a big part of helping him
That's what it's
because
about, man.
he was so respected and such a nice person that he deserved it.
Absolutely.
This is on the shorts, but it's different.
Now, we talked about the bad part of our sport last week about Brian Clausen and what happened to him.
Right.
Now, Lou, when you strap yourself into that car and you got all the best safety treatment you can, you ever think about what can happen? No, you just go out there and do what you do.
I think if you think about it, it's just
You can't, right?
I raced a midget back in the day at Michigan Ideal Speedway, and it was before I had it. It was new. I was just trying to get the bugs worked out of it and trying to get up to speed because it was new. I go. It's a 2-day race, a Friday Saturday race. I'm going into turn 3, and this guy Perry Ounce and another guy winning first and second.
Right.
And they split me. They go around me going into 3. Perry Ounce goes over the guy's wheel, hits the fence. Right. So I didn't think nothing of it. Right. The next morning, hey, how's Perry feeling? Oh, he died last night. I mean, like right in front. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, you kind of think about certain things, but. When I'm in the race car, I'm in that race car for one entity.
When you put the shield
and
down,
everything else
the outside world shut off.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly.
I think that helps a lot of people.
You have to.
Oh yeah, you
to.
have to, because if you're worried about the outside world, you're never gonna.
Certain racetracks that, like when you run Phoenix at the mile, it's so long. The straightaways are forever. They're actually looking down the stands to see if you know who that person is.
That's what I.
You were in Phoenix in the Super?
No, it was a Silver Crown.
Okay.
Yeah, never with the Super. My brother Bobby ran the Super.
See, now that's pretty cool, because Silver Crown car.
Silver Crown, this is the most badass race car on the planet.
I mean, it's crazy because you ran that, you ran midget, you ran modified, you're running this wingless sprint here. What do you think of that wingless sprint here? What do you think of them
It's
cars
got
in
so
general?
much potential, and it's not about the speed or the power. My personal belief is that the fans don't know the difference if we're going 17-second lap times or 20-second lap times. if the show is exciting, the speed is irrelevant.
Right.
And
Right.
I think that when the sprints, like,
Oh, they put on the show.
I think we have a lot of good shows.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that it's not a bigger class, but the other
It's growing though.
It's
You know,
definitely
from
growing.
where
Yeah,
we're
it's
at.
definitely growing.
I saw the guy Barnes going to be out next year. You know, there's other people who's going to be out. I had people from Micros test with me when we went to the track. It's definitely growing, but you know, we just got to get more people to pull the trigger.
I mean, I think by you being in the class, and I think by Ryan Godown being in the class, I think that helps because it shows.
It does to a certain extent. What the negative to Ryan Godown is that he is so talented, he's so fast that I got to step up my game. I got to step up my game to beat him,
Right.
Which now in turn makes me have to go to a different level,
Right.
which now makes me, like last week, Ryan Godown passed me, and I was so far ahead of second. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't mean that I'm better than anybody,
Right.
but I don't like to lose.
Right.
So
Oh,
I
yeah,
have to, you know, now
That's a race.
what turned into be a fun thing, that was just a casual thing. I get in the car and go racing, have fun. Now it turned into something I get this serious at.
Right.
And that gives it a different dimension. It's not necessarily a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind if I run second or almost win. Like to me,
Right.
that's a good time. But then when you have to win. Now it's an adjoining thing, make them more strenuous and serious, which gives it a different dimension, which is not so hot. I think that's my opinion.
How many races have you won over your career? Did you keep track of that, or no? You're not one of them guys.
But I was talking the other day that if I'm lucky enough to win the championship with this car, it'll be the 6th championship in the 3rd type of different car,
Okay.
which I think is pretty cool.
Okay.
And I got numerous second places at points, but
Okay.
you don't really count
Yeah,
that.
you know, outside of your when you ran midgets and sprint car or silver
I
car
ran
cars,
sprint cars too.
and then when you got the modified, was that out of your element, or
Yeah,
was
way
that
out of my
because
element,
you're not a big stock car guy, you're an open road
I
guy.
wasn't. Yeah, I was. But it kind of like was an accident that I got into stock cars to begin with, and then after my injury and stuff like that, the stock car really helped me a lot because the amount of vibrations and the shock going through the corner, like it's so cushioned compared to the other cars that it really helped me, and also the seat lends itself to fit my body a lot different than an indoor car and stuff like that, so it helped my recovery a lot.
How was that? Like when you got hurt, was it? Did it kill you not being in the race car?
No, it killed me to pain.
Obviously, okay.
I took, honest to God, true story, I never took one pain pill ever. And because I was definitely afraid of getting booked on pills. That's a true story.
I can believe
I'm telling
that.
you, the
I can
pain
believe that.
was incredible. I don't think people can understand that if you have a hinge on your waist, right? That's like, and your hinge has no support. That's what your back feels like when you break it. Like you're just flopping around like a fish, right? I'm not kidding. And then when you have to crawl to the bathroom, you crawl up the wall to get up to sit on the toilet, and then you have to go to the bathroom. That's no bullshit. And then you can't even go like this, because it hurts so bad that you're crying, and you can't. You know what I'm saying? Dude, it was tough.
Well, Lou,
It's just serious.
I've always said that
That's serious. I mean, I wasn't joking. I mean, really.
I understand that.
That was a feat all in itself.
I've always
And I went
said,
to work 3 days later.
I've always
All
said
at the same time. I did. I'm not kidding.
No, really. I've always said that you, from the first time I met you, I've always knew of you, but since you've raced here, I've had a chance to meet you and become your friend. You're a special kind of person because you don't hide nothing
Bald,
when you talk.
beautiful.
Yeah, that too.
That's
But
special. You're right.
you say what you mean when you mean.
Bald is beautiful.
Bald is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike. But I hope you don't hang your helmet up because
Close.
we need
Matter
guys.
of fact-
We need guys like you.
Matter of fact, you got an extra year out of me because when I won the race here last year, that was going to be my last race. And
Yeah, I
won.
know. I know.
I told you that.
I know.
And,
I know.
So just figure you got a bonus year.
Well,
So,
you'll be here.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, you will.
we'll see.
Lou Ciccone, keep your eye on the 75. He makes
Thanks for
shit
being
happen.
on, sir.
Thanks, Lou.
For finally coming on.
Yeah.
It took you a little while to get back here. All right, guys, still got a little bit of time to come on out.
Lou will be here.
Yeah, I'm in jail.
We're still a little bit behind because of Mother Nature, but as soon as we figure things out, we'll let you guys know.
Fast racetrack.
It's gonna be a lightning fast racetrack.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
Going
Looks
after
heavy.
Ryan.
Good time.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't trying before?
You
Yeah,
know,
you're gonna
no,
do
I was really happy. We're still on the air, I hope. I was really happy. I was really happy for a couple things. First of all, Ryan won another race, which I'm proud of him, right?
Okay.
And now I'm thinking to myself, that son of a bitch won a race. I guarantee he hit the guy, right? And I watched the video, he hit him. I was like, thank God. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't talk partial just to me.
Ryan, are you
That's what
listening?
I'm doing. You faggot.
be your
I'm
legs
doing it
gonna hit
again.
Lou Ciccone, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, it's never a dull moment with him. Never a dull moment with him. And that's what makes our sport cool. A guy like him, and you know what? I hope he doesn't quit. I hope he doesn't hang
That'll
up
be
his
such a
helmet, because
detriment
we
to
don't
our
need him
sport,
to do
man, if he goes away.
It is what it is. But you got plenty of time to get there. The Dill brothers are here. Everything's happening. The track's going to be in order. It's going to be a great racetrack tonight, and we hope to see your face in the place.